Hi, Danielle. Thank you for joining us today to talk about glutathione and the Max International products. Can you tell us a little bit about what you were experiencing in terms of your health and health challenges?
Oh, absolutely, Karen. I had multiple health challenges. It was going on for more than 15 years, and I just wasn't getting better with all sorts of treatments that I was doing. So I had fibromyalgia, so muscle aches and pains all over my body, so widespread body pain. Then it began in my joints as well. So I had swelling in my joints, and I was diagnosed with then an autoimmune disease, which is similar to rheumatoid arthritis. Chronic migraines, blood pressure issues where my blood pressure was so low that I would pass out. Terrible, awful. Chronic fatigue. Chronic fatigue was one thing that I think you can have pain, but then when you can't, you've got no energy to do anything or to fight the pain, that's where it gets really, really bad. So I was suffering quite a bit.
You're a mother of two as well, so
Yes.
That
and they were little at the time, so it didn't matter. I had to soldier on no matter what, even if I felt terrible and under the weather and in pain and extremely fatigued. I had to keep going, and it was very, very difficult.
Yeah. So you obviously had tried quite a few things with regards to your health challenge. So you can tell us some of the things that you had tried.
Every different specialist under the sun. I went from neurologist. I was all over the place. So unfortunately, nothing worked for me. I went acupuncture, naturopath, homeopath. Oh, you name it.
Yeah.
I tried it.
And so then you found someone who listened to you?
So Sue Barron introduced me to Cellgevity. I was very reluctant at the start because I really had tried so much, just so much. And I didn't want to get my hopes up again to think, oh, something can help me after 15 years of trying everything and really not getting anywhere. And in fact, I was getting worse. I could see myself going down a terrible spiral. Very interesting story where Sue popped into my life, into my mum's life actually. And my mum, being a mum and always feeling your daughter's pain, she said to me, please, I've met this lady and she says she may be able to help with some products she's got. Can you please try them? And I said, no, I'm not doing it, Mum. I can't get my hopes up again and, buy this stuff and then I'm let down. So I refused for a few weeks and Mum and Sue remained in contact, little did I know. And eventually Mum said to me, look, I've got you this bottle of Cellgevity. Sue was so generous to give you a bottle for you to try it, no expectations. Oh, okay. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go. I won't say much to anybody and I will have absolutely no expectation. After the first couple of weeks, I took it very slowly at the start. I would take sort of one, and then, the next day I will try 2, try 3, and then I increased slowly until I got up to 4 a day. And after 2 weeks, I can remember sitting at the kitchen table and I was folding washing and I was okay. I was good. It was like 4 in the afternoon and I was still okay. I had energy. I normally would have had to have a quick nap before I'd cook dinner for the family. No, didn't need to. And I thought, yeah, this is a coincidence, or is it? And I ended up finishing the bottle and I did feel good. It was the first thing I noticed was my energy levels.
Okay.
And they were good. So I thought I'll finish that bottle and I'll just see what happens. I won't rush in and get another bottle because it probably was just a coincidence. Maybe I was having a good run or something. I don't know. Anyway, I ended up in hospital with a flare of all my symptoms.
Wow.
I was in hospital for about 3 days, I think, 3 to 4 days. Had severe joint pain, needed very strong painkillers. Ended up with an infection in my body. I wasn't well. And I thought, no, I need that stuff. I need that stuff. But I found Sue's number and called her and said, look, this made a difference to me. I need more bottles.
So you instinctively knew that you needed more of what you'd had.
Absolutely, because there was nothing else that I had changed apart from putting Cellgevity into the mix of other vitamins and things that I was taking. So I knew that must have been making a difference to me. It wasn't just, I was having a good.
So you're using, exactly. You're using the product Cellgevity from Max International, which it has ribosome, which is an amazing product, we know. So tell us, what else did you notice about the turn of your health?
So I ended up, well, first of all, like I said, it was the fatigue that started to improve. So I was having more energy. Eventually, after taking the product probably 3 months, I then started to feel less pain in my body.
Okay.
So the widespread body pain was everywhere. It wasn't just in some muscles. It was everywhere. It could be from the tip of my toes to my head. And that was reducing significantly. Particularly, the muscle pain, when that started to let up, oh my gosh, it was a dream. I could get out of bed properly in the morning and not roll out of bed and crawl to the bathroom. So it was a huge difference for me. My blood pressure issue, well, my blood pressure gets so low that I was taking medication, and it's a compound medicine. I'd have to get specially made. So I was able to reduce my dose of that from 4 a day to 1 per day.
Wow.
And
over the 3 months.
Yes, in a 3-month period. So that was massive for me. I really suffered with the low blood pressure. I could barely sort of walk my kids to school without needing to have a rest on a fence or feeling so dizzy that I'd had to stop for a bit. So that was huge. Joint swelling that went down. My overall health improved, Karen. I had so many symptoms, it's hard to pinpoint exactly what was improved and when, but everything improved, everything.
So you're continuing to take the products because it is something that you take every day.
100%.
Would you be without them? That's a good question.
Oh, never. No, I would never be without Cellgevity. ATP I also take, which are the sachets that we put in water. If I am feeling like I've pushed my body, because I push my body maybe more than I should, more than a regular person, because I think I can. But on those days I need a little bit extra. If I'm working a long day, I will have an ATP or exercise more. And it just gives me that little bit extra boost that I feel I need sometimes. Particularly if I've got a headache. If I'm starting to get a headache, I take an ATP sachet, and it seems to just take the edge off, which is really good for me because I was seeing a neurologist and on migraine preventative medication and all that kind of thing. So yeah, that's been a big improvement as well with the ATP. And I would never be without them. I wouldn't. For me, it's something that I know will stay in my vitamin cabinet forever and ever.
So have you managed to decrease your medication?
Yes, absolutely. I was on a concoction of regular meds for a long time, and some were giving me side effects, so it was making the situation worse. It might sort of help with one thing and then make something else worse. So I've decreased. I only take one medication now, one prescribed med now, which is a very low dose, and I take that daily. And I only take my blood pressure medication when needed. I might go 2 or 3 months without taking even one capsule. So it's been life-changing for me.
So you're able to better manage your health, and obviously that's impacted your life in a positive way.
100%, yes, exactly right. I can better manage my health. I can do more. At the peak of when I was unwell, I couldn't even go to work. Trying to manage 2 children and a house and everything else, I couldn't even work. Now I work, have a little business of my own. I exercise very regularly, quite intense. was able to do a fundraiser where I did an hour of exercise every day for 80 days consecutively, and I didn't crash.
Yeah.
So that's huge for me, huge.
Did you also run a fun run?
I've run several now. I've run several fun runs. Some of those fun runs have been with Sue Barron, who she's a runner and I'm not a runner, and I'm doing okay. Not as good as her, but okay. So I would never have thought that I would do any of that. Basically, before Cellgevity, I thought that was it for me. I had to accept my life with chronic pain and chronic fatigue, and stay on the merry-go-round of specialists and different medications and different treatments. And, you know, I made peace with that before Cellgevity came. But gee, thank God it did, because my life is so different now.
Completely.
And even, like, now when I have a niggle of something, I think, oh. But then I look back and I go, hey, this was a little niggle now is an unreal day back then, you know.
Yeah.
And I think, really be grateful, maybe sit down, you know, rather than think, oh, there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's just I've pushed my body.
So Danielle, if you were to say to people who are experiencing health challenges, what would your advice be with regards to Cellgevity and the Max products?
Look, if someone is suffering with any sort of chronic pain or any sort of chronic fatigue, any symptom like that, ill health, I would say give it a go. My life wouldn't be this wonderful without the products. It really wouldn't. I have little doubt that people that try it will, you know, won't like it. I do believe it'll make a difference. It's made a huge difference for me. My husband, my 2 children also take Max products, and it's made a huge difference to all of us. It's just something that I would never forgo. It's changed my life.
Wonderful advice. Danielle, thank you for joining us today to talk glutathione and the Max products. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome, Karen. Thanks so much.